item of the year again, GUBA, and from Accra to Barbados, and that's where the Grow, Unite and Build Africa Business Conference is taking you. Come November this year, we'll tell you why you can't count your business out of this historic trip to the beautiful Eastern Caribbean island country called Barbados. And joining us in studio is Her Excellency Juliette Bynoe-Sutherland, Barbados Ambassador to Ghana, and of course, Lady Dentaa Amoateng, President and CEO of GUBA Enterprise. Thank you so much. I'm excited that you made it to the studio this morning.
I know. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, let's settle Her Excellency in. How's your stay in Ghana been so far?
Oh, it's been wonderful. Being here, especially from Barbados, it's like coming home. And the people have been so warm and welcoming, and the experience of the culture and cultures across Ghana has really been uplifting. Perfect.
What have you been eating?
Oh my gosh,
I've been eating
so far too much. Contumre, putum, red. Should I stop?
Oh, you're Ghanaian already. You are
Ghanaian. Definitely Ghanaian.
Lady, always a pleasure to have you back in Ghana. How have you been so far? How's the year been for you?
The year has been great by His grace. I can't complain. You know, we're gearing up to an amazing ceremony in Barbados. First time going to the Caribbean, taking GUBA awards to the Caribbean, and also bridging that gap between our people, right? The global African diaspora. We're everywhere. And so 2025, I think, is a good year to really celebrate and connect and also think about trade. You know, there's been a lot of conversation about trade. When you look at what America's doing, Europe, everyone is, you know, cutting ties or putting tariffs, etc. And so why don't we look at the Caribbean? Why don't us as Africans look at opportunities on the Caribbean island, which is close to America? So if you are looking to export, why don't you actually produce stuff in the Caribbean and send it off to America? So there's a global audience, and I think this year, for the first time, we are doing the Trade and Investment Conference for GUBA. So it's not just an award ceremony, but we are really looking at the opportunities in the Caribbean, also on the continent. How do we get Caribbeans to also look at Africa and invest in Africa? And so we're just really excited that this November, on the 10th to the 12th, we're going to be doing this, and we're also doing the chartered flights.
Look at that.
I know.
And I said, yeah. We'll get into all of that, and Excellency, I'll come to you, but let me stay with Dentaa just a little bit more. So for years, 16 years?
16.
My goodness. It was just yesterday.
I know.
It feels like it was just yesterday, but 16 years. Yeah. Walk me through the journey so far. Do you even remember the very first year?
I remember the very first year. I remember calling up a few friends and saying, look, guys, there are people that we need to celebrate. They're unsung heroes that nobody hears their story. People have gone through so much to get to where they are. How do we celebrate them and put them on the pedestal? And also share their stories to encourage us that you can make it, you can do it. There are people that are in the same situation as you, or even worse situations, but they made it. And so we came together, did the first one. Was incredible. We had the BBC, we had Channel 4, we had everyone there. It was sold out 3 weeks to the event. And that's when I knew that, look, this is needed for our community. And it was really just to encourage ourselves that, you know, you can be successful in the diaspora and you can be successful on the continent. And letting people know that, look, there's a myth about, let's demystify what people think about Africa and the continent. But there's opportunities here. So we've grown, did it in the UK for many years, then did the US at the UN General Assembly. We had a few presidents there, the UN Secretary General. It was incredible. I mean, we've recognized the likes of the WHO Director General, Dr. Tedros, WTO Director General, the CEO of the Recording Academy in Rwanda. So we've taken GUBA to Ghana, UK, US, Rwanda. Was incredible. We honored the likes of Wademayo as well, who's, you know, really doing a lot for the continent. And this year, like I mentioned, the Caribbean, and we're recognizing the likes of Sir Richard Branson. You know, so there are all of these people that we are gathering in Barbados to celebrate their achievements, but to also look at opportunities to invest.
I think you have done excellently well with this this award scheme, and even better, this year it's not just an award, you're even conferencing it and making it a summit so that people can even be part of it. But Your Excellency, in Ghana, tell me one of the things that struck you when Lady Dentaa said, you know what, I think I want to take this to Barbados. What did you think about first?
For us, I want to begin by saying that we were so attracted to the model and the story behind the awards. And it's very consistent with our national ethos. Everyone knows our Prime Minister, Mia Amor-Motley, is the ultimate Pan-Africanist. And she said to us, there are 2 missions here in Africa, us in Ghana, another mission in Kenya, that we need to reclaim our Atlantic destiny. So when we saw this program that was being developed by Dentaa, it was very much something that we wanted to be associated with. And what we were even more attracted to was the fact that, as you said, she's bringing the trade mission aspect of it. Because we believe that until we start doing business regularly between each other, until we start doing cultural, educational, sports linkages to build that trust, we're going to continue to have that divide. We're going to continue to have that misperception or lack of understanding and awareness of between the Caribbean and Africa. So we're really pleased to get the opportunity to partner, to build out. We've been able to bring Dentaa and her organization the highest level of support in our country, our Prime Minister's office, our Barbados Tourism and Investment Tourism Marketing Agency, our Invest Barbados. And we are really, really investing in making sure we can have one of the best productions of the award, and more importantly, we can attract Ghanaian businesses to come to Barbados and see what it is we have to offer, because we have a lot of opportunities.
I mean, before Dentaa would even let people in onto some of the things that they will be experiencing in Barbados, I'll stay with you. For you, what will you be telling people, no matter what, if Dentaa doesn't even point you to this, they're definitely going to be finding in Barbados in terms of trade and even beyond trade?
Barbados is essentially the gateway to the Americas. It's the biggest, strongest international airline hub in the Caribbean. So once I say to people, sometimes people look at Barbados and look at the size of our market. Our population is 280,000 people. That's not even a village in some parts of Ghana. But I say Barbados is a doorway to 44 million people, if you count the fact that we're minutes away from the English, Dutch, French, and Spanish-speaking Caribbean. So the first thing we like people to know that Barbados is the closest to West Africa, and it is a gateway to the Americas. The second thing we want people to know, that Barbados has a kind of infrastructure, political stability that tends to attract businesses. We have invested in our telecoms, our road, or infrastructure, so we're able to attract fintech businesses. So we would like people to know we're open for business, particularly in the area of tourism, fintech, financial services. We're looking to attract banks. We're looking to attract small, medium enterprises. We also, there's a thirst within the region for Ghanaian products. We recently had Carry Festa 16 in Barbados, where there was a gathering of Caribbean islands. Ghana had the biggest presentation of any African nation that was there. There were over 100 Ghanaians in, and the thirst and the yearning for Ghanaian cloth, Ghanaian material, Ghanaian bags. So the beauty industry, the textile production industry, there's so many opportunities that are niche. We also, as a country, have invested in our pharmaceutical, fintech, life sciences. Barbados has free education through to tertiary. All our graduates are free, so we're producing a number of scientists. As a result, we have a very strong science and technology basis. So people, when they come to Barbados to bring factories and industry and technology, we have a ready cohort of graduates. So there are tremendous opportunities between the countries.
For those of you who think that it only begins and ends with Rihanna, it's not. Well, Dentaa, let's talk about this year's theme. We've heard a lot about why you're going to Barbados, but I want you to reiterate it, but also start with the theme for this year.
Yeah, so as Ambassador mentioned, reclaiming our Atlantic destinies, connect, build, and renew. And I think it's an important theme because we need to reconnect. We need to build. And building is not just building in Ghana, but building outside of Ghana and taking that opportunity. So we're really looking for businesses. Look, a lot of people don't know that Barbados is visa-free. You do not need a visa to go to Barbados. And that's why we are putting on the chartered flight so that you can have that opportunity. So you don't need a transit visa to go through Europe. You don't need to do 30 hours. You only do 8 hours.
8 hours?
8 hours.
From Barbados to New York, which is one of the direct flights, from how many hours is it?
It's 4.
Ooh,
yeah.
That's quite...
Yeah.
That's easy.
It's essentially the gateway to the Americas. We're 4 hours from New York, maybe about 3.5 from Miami. We're you know, two or so hours away from Venezuela. So Barbados serves usually as a base and a hub. Yeah. So we know that Dentaa was attracted to bring the awards to Barbados because she recognized not just our national commitment and our interest in engaging with credible, reputable organizations like GUBA, but I think she also recognized that it was an opportunity to find a country that was willing to embrace all that the organization stands for. So we're incredibly excited to be part of her journey.
Yep.
We're very proud of her as part of the Ghanaian diaspora, and we look forward to collaborating not just on this. Many people don't know that for us as a new mission here in Ghana, Dentaa and others have been tremendously resourceful in helping us to navigate. So it's really an opportunity to show her and the organization the kind of, you know, a thank you for the kind of support that they've given us here and navigating this space, and in turn help her to have one of the most impactful awards and trade missions that we can have.
Well, thank you for thanking her. Let's go back to the businesses and why they must be part of this, how they can be. I know that this conversation may not exhaust everything they need to know. We'll direct them to the website. But for now, how can a business be part of it? And when they can, what would it look like for them? Is there a stand? Is there a booth?
Yeah. So, you know, we're going to have different topics that we're going to be discussing. Ambassador mentioned fintech, agriculture, sport, and others, and the creative economy, which is huge now, right? We're also going to be doing a movie premiere, actually, in Barbados. But I think it's a real opportunity for people in the fashion industry, because as she mentioned, every time I go there, I've been to Barbados twice now, I'm going again in October. They're like, take off your clothes, we want this, you know, and you know, Ghana, we love fashion. And so I think there's a real opportunity for people that do fashion. There's also partnerships. So I met a girl that does candles in Barbados. Beautiful. She also wants to bring it to Ghana. So she's looking for partners. So there's a real opportunity for us to, you know, partner with people in Barbados who are also doing stuff. But also give that opportunity for SMEs, businesses that are into fintech, that want to grow your business. This is the opportunity for you to come. So you can have exhibition stands. On the second day, we actually have Invest Barbados that are going to be taking us around investment opportunities on the island. So you can see for yourself what is happening. And if you do alcohol, you know they love rum. They do rum. And so how do we have someone that does rum here, Rain. Okay, Amma. So how does she also partner with companies over there? So there's opportunities there. Then in the evening, we have a private dinner at the Prime Minister's residence, a reception for all our very special guests that are coming. And then we have the awards ceremony the next day. So it's a beautiful 3 days, but it's one that you do not want to miss out. You know, we always say that you need to grow your network. Yeah. And by growing your network, these are some of the events that you need to attend. We've got our partners with Afri-Exim. So Afri-Exim is also bringing a big crowd of investors, VCs, people that can invest in your business as well. You know, this is a chance for you to come and meet people that can invest in your business. So take that opportunity and come with us.
What kind of people are we awarding? I'll pretend I don't know the people who've been winning awards in the last 16 years, but what kind of people are we awarding?
Dr. Faris Sapon this year, and Ibrahim Mahama, the artist, who's really selling Ghana globally. We have the likes of Dr. Velma, who's a surgeon from Barbados.
Canterbury.
Yes, she's absolutely phenomenal. Karen Blanket, she's also from Barbados. Oh, also from Barbados. We have the NAACP President and CEO. We're also awarding them. The list goes on. I've just gone blank at the moment.
Sir Clive Lloyd.
Yes, Sir Clive Lloyd, who's a cricketer, a legend cricketer, I must say. We're honouring him. Reverend Amos Brown, who is someone, a Pan-Africanist as well, a civil rights movement. He was actually working with the likes of Malcolm X, etc. Amongst others, it's really a time to really celebrate their success, their journeys. Rita Jo Lewis, who's the president of Exim Bank in the US, and many others.
So for businesses, I'm sure someone is watching this and they're wondering, I really would love to be part of this Dentaa, but they're concerned if you went into another territory or a country, there are laws, there are regulations and all of that. You're here and Dentaa is here. Is it something they have to worry about?
Well, every country has a regulatory framework around companies, establishing businesses, but Barbados has been very strategic in that because we have an open economy and we want to attract investors, or Invest Barbados or Trade and Commerce Industry has set up a regime that's very, very receptive. So for instance, we have tourism development zones. So if people want to come and invest in property, invest in development of particular niche industries, as a country, what we do is we establish tax and other regimes to provide incentives. So we're very much a country that is intentional about attracting international business, growing or financial and other sectors, and as a result, we specifically create regimes around this. And we also have an agency, Invest Barbados, whose job, where people come to work every single day to literally concierge people into the Barbados business infrastructure. So people are able to get assistance to set up their businesses, to help navigate company registration, any peculiar regulations, health or otherwise, that is related to the sector that they're going in. The key message that I'm getting across is because this is what we do as an economy, we've built the government has built the infrastructure to facilitate the growth and expansion of private enterprise.
Such a perfect place to hold this.
Absolutely.
This
and
year.
just to add on, we have had a Ghanaian that's invested in Barbados. So Z-Pay, Z-Money is in Barbados. So this is, you know, a testimony of the opportunities
the
there.
Same Z-Pay we know. Or
Yes,
different kind
Andrew,
of Z-Pay?
the same Z-Pay that you know,
right.
Mr. Andrew Taki has set up in Barbados and has been running for several years. So you can see that there's someone, you know, of Ghanaian origin that has invested in Barbados, so you can too. I think what they do is also walk you through the process. They hold your hand. I mean, working with Invest Barbados has been great because they show you, they actually say, look, this is what you need, and we will help you through that process. Because they know how it is as a business and how setting up in a new country, what you need to go through, but they'll help you with that process.
Well, let's talk about a business owner watching us now and they're tickled by, oh my God, I'm going to Barbados. What do they need? We'll get into the chartered flights, but let's talk about what they need and how they can be part of it.
All you need is your passport. That's all you need. All you need is your Ghanaian passport. Look, especially if you haven't had, and I also want to encourage businesses that have not travelled outside before. You know, a lot of, when you're going to America, UK, they want to see your travel experience. And I think this is an opportunity for you to have that travel experience out of the country with your business, to see the opportunities out there. Like I mentioned, grow your network. Just connect with somebody and see where that relationship goes. So all you need is your Ghanaian passport, which is very powerful now, because you can go to Barbados visa-free. The chartered flight, like I mentioned, is 8 hours. We have all of the information on our website, but I will put out our number as well for people to call us direct. But we want to make sure that we're taking credible businesses, people that are serious about business, to come with us on this journey.
For a business owner, what would you be looking out for? I mean, you've just mentioned a serious and a credible business. What would you be looking out for?
I think, you know, that your business is running, functioning, that, you know, what we also are doing is that we're meeting people in our office. to go through your needs so that we can also share with Invest in Barbados. You know, we have actually a few real estate companies that are coming with us. Cape May, who are sponsoring our event as well. They said, Dentaa, we want to look at the opportunities in Barbados and also see how Barbados can promote our properties in Barbados and we can promote their properties here in Ghana. So already there's that bilateral relationship that we're building with businesses. So we want to see what you do. We want to make sure that we can replicate or give you ideas of what you can do on the island before you actually go.
Okay.
So that's what we want to do with the businesses that want to come.
You mentioned that the charter flight is you mentioned the dates.
Yes, so it's the 9th. We'll leave here on the 9th. And we'll arrive 8 hours later, so we'll still be in the afternoon in Barbados. We'll have an evening reception with everybody when they arrive. And then we leave on the 13th, which is the next day after the awards.
Okay. Oh, Excellency, so between now till November, for you, what would you be doing? I mean, when I see you, I'd say Barbados is in Ghana. What would Barbados be doing in Ghana in preparation for this?
Oh, we're going to be doing a lot of legwork with Dentaa and her team. We're going to be trying to attract as many businesses to participate in the business fair and as many people who are interested in celebrating with the awardees. We're also going to be preparing and equipping Invest Barbados to receive investors, because a large part of what we do is provide our agencies at home information on what this marketplace is like. What are African investors looking for? What are the interests and the constraints and the concerns that they're going to be having with, so that as a country, we can strategically respond to the needs of this marketplace. So I'm going to be working on both ends, preparing people and recruiting and selling this as widely as we can. And on the other hand, in Barbados, working to make sure we are ready and that all of the participants have a very enriched experience.
Yeah.
I mean, Dentaa, you want to ask something?
Yeah, and you know Barbados has about 200 Ghanaian nurses.
Yes.
Yes. So our nurses are there, which I met them, and they love Barbados.
They're not coming home?
No, they are not coming home. They are enjoying the sunshine.
Get us in trouble.
And
Get us in trouble.
I know, I met a few of them when I was in Barbados, and they spoke so highly about, their experience in Barbados and how they actually love it. And so, it's nice to also hear that from our people who are on the ground, who are working, right, and saving lives. So I think, there's already that connection that's building with Barbados, and we want to enhance it, we want to expand it, we want to build on it, and want to make sure that our people are going there and having that experience.
You want to be very specific. You want to add something?
No, I just want to add, because on that note, that we've really been appreciative of tremendous support from the government of Ghana in relation to our needs for labor. And Ghana as a country has responded at our greatest time of need during COVID, and we've been able to continue that very rewarding relationship. So in Barbados, there is a strong and vibrant Ghanaian community that's very linked into what's happening here in Ghana. We just as a country commiserated in Barbados with what happened here in Ghana. So we feel ourselves very close to Ghana, not just because of the community, but because we've gotten the opportunity to benefit from Ghanaians, and we're looking to continue that labor exchange. So this initiative is once again going to really red flag and help the entire Ghanaian community understand that kind of solid partnership between ourselves and this country.
It's really great that you mentioned it, and Lady, as well, because the current foreign minister seems to have quite a soft spot for nurses who want to go to Barbados to actually continue the profession over there. He's mentioned it a few times on our platform here on the Joy News. But to you, specifically, number of days, the charter flight again is between
the 9th to the 13th.
To 13th
of November.
So we are returning on the 13th?
Yes, we're returning on the 13th.
Okay.
And don't go and stay, don't go and overstay.
I know.
Okay, you go, you enjoy for the 4 days, and then you come back. That's how we should do it, and that's how it's important that, we're leaving some of these places with good experiences, and not leaving our people behind, especially if you're not working as a nurse. Make sure that you come back. But any time that you want to go to Barbados, you can definitely do that, especially if you go there and build those linkages. Right. We're going to have Fuse ODG performing. He's our act. You know, he's got this amazing music out at the moment, which really fits in with our theme. And we have Omotola coming as well. She's going to be talking about her new film premiere that she's going to be doing.
Oh, that's the movie premiere. That's
well, there's we've got some others. Sola, I forgot her surname, but the legendary kind of Nigerian actress. She's going to be doing a film premiere there as well. We're working with Joy is our partner, so Joy is going to be there. Covering everything that we're going to be doing on the island.
You're welcome.
You're coming.
And I just want to say a big thank you to our sponsors and partners. It's really important that some of these events, you know, you can't do it alone. And it's really important that you get support, you know, from sponsors and partners to be able to deliver an excellent award. So thank you so much to KGL, Kate May, to RNAQ, thank you so much, Invest Barbados, BTMI, NCF, and also Barbados in Ghana High Commission. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to put on the event. And we're also looking for more sponsors. If you are looking to expand, grow your business, and just partner with an AfriExim and Canix as well, I can't forget them. But if you are looking to grow your business, if you are looking to expand, then please join us to Barbados this November.
Well, Excellency, your final words.
I want to thank you. I want to thank Dentaa. It's your excellence, the excellence that attracted us to want to be a part of this. So we're very much looking forward to it. Thank you for the opportunity to promote what it is we're doing here. And we really, really very much look forward to deepening our relationship between Ghana and Barbados. And please, let's see you in Barbados.
Oh, it's pretty easy. Just go on to always I leave out the other one, 3 Ws.GUBAawards.com. And GUBA, don't forget that awards, so it has double A in there, www.GUBAawards.com for all other information that Dentaa probably didn't talk about here on the show. Lady Dentaa, you're amazing, and congratulations for this. Excellency as well. Thank you. See, it was okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, that's more of the AM show. Please stay.